Hi everyone and welcome to this webinar on the practical uses of Google Classroom. I'm Camille and I will be facilitating today's live stream. This live streaming is brought to you by Q Software Research, a Google for Education partner since 2017, and a Google Cloud partner specializing on education since 2018. This is also in collaboration with Acer, Empowering People, and the Google for Educator Groups or Google Educator Groups or the GEG Philippines. Again, if you're interested to register your school for G Suite for Education, you can sign up through our sign-up sheet. That's bit.ly/iwantGSFE. And of course, we also have a feedback form available for better webinars in the future. That's tinyurl.com/QSR webinar feedback. And of course, all of the links are available at the description box below so that it's easier for you. Again, also linked in our previous webinars, so it's easy for you to click it if you're interested. And by the way, of course, if you have questions, you can comment them at the comment section below, and we'll try to answer them as soon as we can. So to help us learn more about the practical uses of Google Classroom, we have Ms. Paula Cortez with us. Ms. Paula Cortez is a Google Certified Educator Level 1 and 2, and she is a junior high school and senior high school teacher at Cornerstone Christian Academy of Quezon City. This is where she's also the EdTech and Blended Learning Program Coordinator. Now let me call in Ms. Paula. Hi, Ms. Paula.
Hi, Camille. Good evening to everybody.
We hope you're doing good wherever you are, Ms. Paula, especially in this situation.
Yeah, definitely. I hope also yung mga teachers natin na nakikinig today or nanonood ng webinar natin today are also doing fine.
Yeah, so okay, I'll leave you to start your discussion on Google Classroom. I'll see you later.
Okay. Thank you, Camille. So, hello po. My name is Teacher Paula. Yun yung usual na tawag sa akin sa loob ng classroom ng aking mga estudyante. I teach in Cornerstone Christian Academy and marami akong subjects na tinuturo. I teach English, I teach science, and I also teach senior high school subjects, particularly physical science and media and information literacy. So minsan iisipin natin, ang dami naman, paano na-handle ni Teacher Paula ang ganun kadaming subjects? Well, na-handle ko siya by using Google Classroom. So ano nga ba ang Google Classroom? Well, to make the long story short, para siyang online classroom. It's like dinala ko yung sarili kong classroom sa online. So paano ba tayo magsisimula? So how do we get started? So we get started by going to classroom.google.com. And once you are registered in G Suite for Education, you will be able to have your own G Suite, and kasama doon would be Google Classroom. Now, one of the things that I want to teach you today is how do you set up your own classroom, kasi yun ang pinaka-basic. So all you have to do once you have entered your Google Classroom or the Google Classroom website, you can click the plus sign at the upper right-hand corner of your screen, then click Create a Class. Let's say, ano ba yung best practice natin for this one? So, syempre yung class name. Ano ba yung mga tinuturo mong subjects? So, let's say English. Then, let's put a level. Let's say English 8. And then, usually with this section, what I put there is 8A. Or let's say kung marami kang sections like Class A, Section A, Section B, Section C. So, just name the section of your class and then click Create. Now, once you click Create, all these the classroom, or you will be redirected to your created classroom. Dito mo ngayon makikita ano ba yung laman ng Google Classroom natin. So, katulad niyan, we are redirected to a new classroom. Now, just to give you a short tour of what Google Classroom looks like, or ano ba yung meron sa Google Classroom. So, Stream, we have the Stream tab. The Stream tab is very important kasi dito po tayo pwedeng mag-post ng ating mga class announcements, ng mga paalala sa ating mga estudyante. We also have what we call the People tab. Now, in the People tab, this is where we add co-teachers. Yes, pwede po kayo actually magkaroon ng co-teachers sa loob ng classroom. So let's say kung isa kang elementary teacher and you teach you teach English, and then you have another co-teacher who teaches Filipino or math or science, then you will be able to add them by inviting their email. So let's say, for example, I will be adding Camille. Yeah, QSR Corp. Yeah. Now, bear in mind po that when you invite teachers, you can only invite teachers who are also within your domain. Now, if you want to know more about it, you may just consult education at qsr.com.ph so that you can bring G Suite for Education in your own school. So, invite. And then, ang mangyayari po, babatuhan ngayon ni Google si Camille ng email, say, in the email that I placed, saying that she is invited to co-teach my class. Same with the students. Now, there are actually two ways to add your students. One is through the People tab by putting in the email of your students, okay? Or you can go back to the stream and flash the class code. So this is the class code that they need to enter when they want to join your class. Okay, pwede pa natin yan lakihan. So there. So those are the two ways to invite your students. And of course, we also have what we call the Gradebook. Now, for teachers, we have four tabs in Google Classroom. Okay? Pero sa estudyante, ang makikita lang po nila ay stream, classwork, and people. Syempre, wala po silang gradebook because only teachers have the gradebook in Google Classroom. Alright. So later, I'll show you more of the gradebook, lalo na kapag may laman na ito. Now, let's all go to classwork because this is where the bulk of the learning happens. So let's say, so you just have to click classwork tab, and then you will be redirected to the Google Classroom classwork page. Now, let's take a look how Classroom works. And like what I mentioned, this is where you create your assignment. Now, you will notice that Google Classroom or Classwork has this big button called Create. Now, when we click that, these are the things that you can post as classwork or as an assignment. So let's go through them one by one. Pero bago yun, gusto ko po kayong tanungin, ano ba ang mga bagay na ginagawa ninyo sa loob ng classroom? Let's say, kayo po ba yung nagpapadala ng assignment? Kayo ba ay nagki-quiz or nagkakaroon ng assessment sa loob ng classroom? Kayo po ba ay nagpapagawa ng essay? Nagpapa-reflect sa inyong mga estudyante? Or, ito madalas ito, nagbibigay ng handout. Now, all these things would require you to print or to write on the board or to make announcements or to ask your students to write down important reminders in their assignment notebook. It's also doable in Google Classroom. So, papakita ko po sa inyo yun today. So, let's say, for example, you are giving your students an assignment. How do you do that in Google Classroom? Just click the Create button and click Assignment. Now, you will notice that in the assignment pop-up, okay, there would be, tatanungin ka ni Google, ano ba ang title ng assignment mo? So let's say the title of our assignment is Reading Aesop's Fable. So let's say, nasa Unit 3. Nasa Unit 3 ka ng iyong subject at ang unit mo ay tungkol sa Aesop's Fable. And then, once that you put your title, you can also put instructions like, let's say, read Aesop's Fable about the fox and the crane. Okay. And then maybe, of course, na hindi ka lang naman nagpapabasa sa loob ng classroom. Nagpapagawa ka rin ng worksheet. Then you can say, answer the worksheet attached. Okay. And then, of course, ang isa pang pinagagawa natin sa class, pag natapos ang mga estudyante na answer ng kanilang worksheet, submit. Finished worksheet 1 done. Okay, so there. So you will notice that at the bottom of the instruction page, you will be able to add file, link, YouTube videos. So let's say, for example, I have my own worksheet that I want to upload that comes from my computer. So pwede nyo pong i-click ang file, and then it will automatically ask you kung anong file yung gusto mong i-upload. So let's say, for example, you want to upload Unit 3 worksheet. Okay, upload. And then there, this will be made available to your students once that you upload it in your assignment. Now, another, you may ask me, Teacher Paula, ano ba ang mga pwedeng files na i-upload sa ating Google Classroom? So let's say, for example, the one that I uploaded from my own computer is a PDF file. I can also add files coming from my Google Drive. Let's say in my Google Drive, we have, meron tayong, let's say, Microsoft Office na Word na file. Pwede ko rin yan i-attach. Or let's say, gusto ko naka-Google Doc ang i-attach ko. So normally, wala naman pong problema kahit na anong file ang i-attach mo. Even videos coming from your drive or coming from your computer. Or let's say, MP3 or pictures. Wala pong problema. Kahit na anong file, pwede nyo pong i-attach sa Google Classroom. Now, another thing that I want to show you today is the Create button. The Create button, you can create docs, blank sheets, blank slides, blank drawings, or blank forms. Later on, may ipapakita po ako sa inyo in which Google Classroom is also using forms in when you are providing assignments or assessments to your own students. And once that you are done, all you have to do is to click Assign. Then this will automatically appear in your classwork. Di ba madali lang? Another function of Google Classroom is what we call quiz assignment. So sabi natin kanina, nagbibigay po ba kayo ng quizzes sa inyong mga estudyante? Definitely, right? So, let's click quiz assignment. Now, ano ang difference ng assignment sa quiz assignment? Ang assignment, it's just a blank slate of a post that you can give to your students na pwedeng niyong lagyan ng title, ng instructions sa inyong mga ipagagawang worksheet. Now, in this case, quiz assignments would automatically have a blank quiz sheet in which you can click and you can work on a quiz or an objective type quiz using Google Forms. Now, automatically, once that, let's say, nagkaroon kayo ng quiz, no, na ipapadala sa inyong mga estudyante, let me just finish this. ASAP table, or let's say Unit 3, short quiz on ASAP table. So sorry about that. Okay. Now, let's say you want to create your quizzes. So automatically, pwede nyo na pong gawin yan. Okay? And let's say natapos na kayong gumawa ng quiz. Just click X. And automatically, yung blank form na ito would refresh later and would save as the quiz that you have created. Now, again, you will notice that as nakalagay dito, naka-turn on ang grade importing. Ano bang ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin, as your students answer the Google form, it will automatically also import the grade in the grade work, or in the gradebook rather. Now, one more thing that I want to show you about Google Classroom is that you can select students. Sino lang ang pwedeng makatanggap ng trabaho or ng assignment. So let's say, for example, hindi naman lahat sila magki-quiz. Let's say you just want to give a formative assessment to one student. So let's say sa kanya. All you have to do is to click the box and make sure that it has a check beside the name of the student, and you will see there that there's only one student who will be able to receive your assignment. Now, what if, Teacher Paula, gusto ko naman lahat, or let's say tatlo lang? So just make sure that you click the tick boxes beside the name of the student, and then that's it. You will be able to send it. Another po na gusto kong ipakita sa inyo today would be the point. Now, the point, you can leave it ungraded, meaning hindi po kailangan or hindi magre-reflect ito sa ating gradebook. Or you can, let's say, if the assignment is only 20 points, then you can just add a point system there that says 20 points, and then that's it. It will automatically reflect in your Google Classroom. Due dates also are very important. Remember tayo kapag nagpapa-assignment sa mga bata, sinasabi natin na bukas ang deadline or sa isang linggo. So we can also put that in Google Classroom. So let's say the deadline of the students would be, let's say, April 8th. And then optional, nalagyan po ito ng oras. Normally, the best practice is you don't put the time so that the students will be freely submitting their tasks as they move forward. Okay? Now, you will notice na bakit hindi ko mapindot ang assign. It's because Google always wants you to put a title in your classwork post. So let's say quiz on Aesop Fable. And then just like what we said a while ago, instructions are optional. When you click assign, it will automatically appear in your Google Classroom classwork. So there, ayun na siya. All right. Another thing po that Google Classroom can help you with is providing questions. Now, in my own practice, this is a very good alternative if you want to provide an essay type question, and then students will provide an answer that is in essay form. Or let's say you ask them to watch a video and you want them to reflect dun sa kanilang mga videos. So let's say this time I want to add a YouTube video. Okay, so let's say the YouTube video is all about Aesop's Fable. Now, madali lang po ito. If you already have a URL, then you will be able to add the URL ng mabilis. So let's say, for example, this is the Aesop's Fable that you want to add, or the video that you want to add. And then let's pose a question. What do you think about this fable? Oops. And then maybe you can also write down instructions like watch the YouTube video on the peacock and the crane, and then answer the question posted. Now, another thing po na gusto kong ipakita sa inyo ngayon is how do you organize your classwork. Now, madalas, ang mga teachers, gusto natin organize tayo, hindi ba? Kaya nga marami tayong file folders, marami tayong lalagyanan ng mga papel. Dito sa Google Classroom, pwede din natin gawin yon. How do you do that? You can use the topic. Okay? Now, let's say wala pa dito yung topic na kinoconduct ninyo ngayon sa loob ng class. Or let's say kung meron man, pwede nyo nang i-click agad and it will automatically go under that specific topic. So let's say wala pa siya. So let's create a new topic. Let's say Unit 3, Fable. Okay. And then, another thing po, no, na gusto kong ipakita sa inyo na unique dito sa question function is that students can reply to each other. So, and students can edit answers, no? So, once po na clinic natin yan, ibig sabihin, yung mga estudyante natin, kapag nakasagot na sila, they will be able to reply to other students' answer. Now, bear in mind that once your student has an answered the question or hindi pa niya nasasagutan ang tanong, hindi po niya makikita yung mga sagot ng kanyang kaklase. Okay. Now, you will notice na instead na napunta po sa pinakatuktok yung ating bagong activity, okay, napunta naman po ito dito sa ibaba, under Unit 3 Fables, dahil doon po natin siya classify as topic. Now, what if, let's say, gusto ko yung unang dalawang ginawa kong activity, maklasify din siya. What you can do po is to simply drag and drop. So, let's say you drag, okay, and then you drop. Again, you click the activity, and then you drag towards the topic that you want it to be. All right. So, yan po. Now, last but not the least, what we also have is what we call the gradebook. So, how does the gradebook look like? Now, madalas nating problema ng mga teachers is that sino ba yung mga batang nakamiss ng activity or sino ba yung mga batang kailangan bantayan ng maigi para to make sure na natatapos nila ang kanilang trabaho. Dito sa gradebook, makikita po natin ang mga batang hindi masyadong nagpapas and at the same time, yung mga nakapagpasa na. So like for example, the green one, na ibig pong sabihin nito is that nakapagpasa na sila and ready na po ito for grading. So you can just put the grade and automatically it will be saved as draft until such time that you want to return the work to the student. Now, let's say, for example, okay. Meron din po dito, makikita din po natin na let's say, yung mga estudyante natin, hindi sila nagpasa on time. Instead na missing yung makikita natin dito, ang makikita po natin is done late. Ibig sabihin, nagpasa yung estudyante pero late nilang naipasa. Okay. Now, another thing po is that let's say not all your assignments are given to all students. Nakikita niyo po dito na ang mga nakatag dun sa estudyante na hindi nabigyan ng assignment na yun is not assigned. So like tulad kanina, meron po tayong quiz na hindi inassign sa lahat ng estudyante. Yung mga hindi na lagyan ng check dun sa kanilang mga pangalan, not assigned po ang nakalagay sa gradebook. Pero yung mga estudyante natin na binigyan natin ng assignment na yun, okay, makikita po natin na blank. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa po sila nagpapasa. Okay. So again, for Google Classroom, it's very helpful na dalhin natin yung mga klase natin sa online. Mababawasan po yung ating mga papel, tas at the same time, mas mabilis din po tayo makakapag-monitor ng ating mga estudyante. So yun lang po.
Okay, thank you for discussing that, Miss Paula. And ako personally, I really like the gradebook option. I think kasi grading is one of the most tedious jobs of being a teacher, no? Especially grading season because, you know, we're always at Czech Republic. We're always checking things, but not necessarily grading them. I mean, putting them on record immediately. And that is one of the most tedious jobs. Ako talaga, when I was teaching, yun eh, yung may deadline na ganito, yung grades, tapos iba-ibang deadlines, aside from all of these things. You know, plus you're going to have to compute it manually kasi you have a manual record book. No, it's very traditional. And I know that we are moving towards something that's electronic, that's less of a hassle for all of us. Siyempre, may featured guest din ako yung mga manok namin. So, for that. But anyway, as moving forward, no, I would also ask some questions na ako personally yun nga as a teacher, parang here are some of my concerns in Google Classroom. Okay. So, siguro number one is am I or can I access Google Classroom to my mobile phone?
Actually, that's a very good question. And I think we will also have another webinar for that available. Yes, the answer is yes. No, it's downloadable via Google Play Store for those who are using Android. And also those who are using iOS naman, nasa App Store siya. Hanapin nyo lang po Google Classroom, and automatically once you download it, you log in using your G Suite account, then you will be able to access Google Classroom via mobile.
Okay, so pwede pala, no? So it's easier for me. Kunyari, I'm a student. I can just, check my phone kahit nakastuck ako in traffic going
Yes.
to school, di ba? Or like, I have a homework, I'm at the mall with my parents. I can still do it. Multitasking talaga, no? Um,
Yes.
what else? Siguro as a parent naman, for example. Of course, I'm not yet a parent, but looking at a parent's perspective, siguro, can parents be included in the Google Classroom? For example, I have a child who is in grade 1 or grade 2 or grade 3. And syempre, these kids need supervision, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, are they allowed to be in Google Classroom? Can they interact like students po?
Okay. That's a very good question. There are some schools that are already implementing that. Recently kasi si Google, nag-add siya ng tinatawag natin na guardian access. Pero very limited lang siya, hindi siya katulad ng teacher access at saka ng student access. Okay, ayan. So, dito sa People tab, you will notice na merong katabi na invite guardian ang bawat estudyante. So, once that you click that, okay, you will just have to type the email of the parent, and then once that you click invite, so let's say nag-invite tayo ng magulang, tapos nag-respond sila dun sa invite na yon via email, then the parents would automatically receive weekly reports about how the student is doing, ano yung mga na-miss ng estudyante, ano yung mga natapos niya for the week, ano yung mga kailangan niyang reviewin kasi medyo mababa yung grade niya. So, accountability. So, sa teacher, sa student, and sa parent. So, very useful to. But bear in mind, this is only available for accounts that are registered under G Suite for Education. Kaya very important din po na ang school natin ay may sariling G Suite for Education account.
Okay, so at least it's also less task for the teacher na to contact the parent. Usually kasi ganon eh. If
Yes.
the student is having problems, for example, not being able to submit their work, we don't know what's happening kasi with the student. So at least every week, we're sure that the parent would get something from the teacher like, ito po yung mga nasubmit ng students nyo. Usually kasi as teachers, it's also our problem na magugulat tayo may parent na dyan na naghihintay for us, right?
Yes.
Probably not new to all of the teachers, pero siguro sa ibang parent, parang, ay, may ganun pa rin pala. Yes, madami pa pong ganun.
Yes.
And this is also like our work around, no, with that, na at least na-update sila every now and then. Because
Yes.
we don't always have the luxury na may load tayo na ito-text sila or tatawagan natin sila. At least with this one, it's automatic, no? So I think that's a very good benefit. Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, another one po siguro, again, for the parent perspective, of course, I want to know if this is a safe place for my child.
Definitely, in my own opinion as a teacher, Google Classroom is very safe for children. Lalo na po if the school has already implemented or registered for G Suite for Education kasi yung protection po natin dito is that you have your own account under the school. So, hindi po masyadong prone to problems, or just in case that you encounter problems with your account, automatically you can reach out to the school and say na meron ako naging issue about my account, which is very rare. Kasi like in our school, no, ang usual na nakukuha kong difficulty ng mga teachers is nakakalimutan nila yung passwords nila, or even the students or sa parents, walang intrusion na nagaganap. Yun yung very important. Hindi not everybody can enter, no, sa loob ng Google Classroom. Siguro maganda din na ipakita ko how secure Classroom is. So kanina po pinakitaan ko kayo ng class code, 'di ba? So pwede niyo pong i-share 'yon sa mga estudyante para makapasok sila sa classroom. Now, you can actually disable the code. Once po na-disable yung code natin, okay, kahit na anong i-type ng, let's say, nakuha ng ibang tao yung code, tapos sinubukan niyang mag-add sa loob ng class, so hindi siya makakapasok. Okay? At the same time, let's say merong student, merong late enrollee na humabol. Tapos kailangan mo ulit siyang bigyan ng code. Mag-iiba po yung code natin. So it's automatically generated, and once that we disable it and enable it again, mag-iiba po yung mga code. And then of course, na meron pang ibang mga technicalities like kung naka-gmail.com lang siya, hindi siya basta-basta makakapasok sa loob ng G Suite for Education or Google Classroom domain natin. So yun. So that's another one.
Okay, so siguro last question, Miss Paula, that I have, no? And siguro ito din yung one of the main concerns of a lot of people. Can Google Classroom work offline? Is it workable kung wala kong internet?
Okay, that's a very good question also. Now, Google Classroom right now is basically online lang talaga siya kasi nga we want to provide real-time feedback, and at the same time yung mga replies natin sa mga estudyante, real-time din siya. So, in order for you to access Google Classroom, you need to have internet. However, let's say gusto ng estudyante mag-work on a certain Google document na assignment niya. Ang good news kasi dito is that the other Google apps have offline access. So, kailangan lang naka-activate yung offline access natin for Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. But again, for Google Classroom, make sure that you have an internet connection when you are trying to access it.
Okay, so at least yung apps natin would automatically update when there's internet. And I think as long as you have your work, you're doing your work, hindi naman always you're going to submit it to Google Classroom. The most important thing is that you're processing the homework or doing it at least, diba? I think that's the most important part. So, thank you, Ms. Paola, for making things so much clearer, not just for me, but also for some parents, for all of the teachers watching us. Thank you so much.
Yes, sure.
Sana next time ulit, we can invite you for another webinar.
If ever po na may questions sila, so let's say they want to reach out to me, you can just visit my blog. So I actually revamped my blog kasi nga marami ding teachers na humihingi ng tulong lately. So I will start posting advice on how to use Google Classroom at digitalpawprint.blogspot.com, and I also have my own YouTube account, which is PawprintTV. So hanapin nyo lang po yun sa YouTube. And you can also email me at Pawcortes, that's PAWCORTES @gmail.com, and I will readily answer your inquiries po. Or you can also chat with us dito sa comment section, and we'll try as much as we can to answer your questions.
Yes, of course we will, no? And we will also link in, or we will put it at the description box, all of those email addresses that Ms. Paula mentioned. We can also link your YouTube channel here, of course. You don't have to worry about that. That's all the time we have. Thank you so much for staying with us. Again, for more questions, you can always email us at education@usr.com.ph, or and also try to sign up for your school to G Suite for Education so that it's easier for you and you get all of these benefits that we just talked about now. So also don't forget to like our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/QSR, Q Software Research, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, we'll see you again in our next webinars. We have a lot of webinars still in store for you in this webinar series. So we'll see you then. Bye.